Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but we're twinsies today.
Are we? Where did you get that?
I don't know. I know a person. I kind of want to go see if boss lady Angie is wearing her K-Hop hoodie.
She's not. I walked by. She has a white sweater on.
Oh, I was about to yell out the door. All right.
I know.
What do you have going on today?
Nothing. I saw a post on Facebook I wanted to spring on you because I wanted somebody to hear it from you, not me, because I think that you and I are going to feel the same on this. I have a friend. I have a friend, a married couple, Cam and Damie, right? And she posted that she felt guilty about wanting to take a break from her parenting right now because if one more person came to her with a demand, like she was going to kind of lose it. And I saw that and thought to myself, man, I didn't know that was still the mentality that, nothing bothers me more than hearing somebody say parenting is a 24/7, 365 job. There are no breaks. Wrong. There's breaks, right? And
it always comes from somebody who doesn't have kids, usually.
Yeah. When somebody says that to me, I think to myself, okay, I hear you, but most people that have an 8-hour job by law have to take a lunch break and 2 10-minute breaks. But you're telling me that I'm going to be an effective parent if I'm parenting 24/7, 365 with no breaks?
I don't disagree with you. Is there a question? Do you want me to pile on?
Well, no, I don't understand how the guilt mentality is still there. Like, I feel like if the guilt mentality is still there, it's because the shaming is still there.
Because everybody has an opinion and theirs is best, especially when you're a parent. Just how long have we been doing this show together? If we ask for a parental opinion, that's when most of our calls come in because everybody has an opinion to parenting. If you're talking to somebody who gets judged, like top dog here, my kids live with their dad. And I immediately, why do your kids live with your dad? That's weird. Well, no, he's a good dad. They wanted an opportunity to be in Vegas, and I could use a break too. I've been doing this for years. Nobody seemed to care. But then when the kids went there, it was like, oh, congratulations, let's throw a party. I need a break. My kids aren't here, and I still need breaks.
Well, and I think to a lesser extent and I think for you, it's exacerbated and highlighted because I mean, call a spade a spade. It's a bit more high profile, but I think parents everywhere, when they make decisions like that, keep it from family and friends specifically because family and friends then interject with what they think is right, regardless of how you feel.
Yes, which I learned because there was one time that I was telling a family member, like, we can't keep going to this other friend's house because it's just not child friendly. Like, they need to come to our house. When we go over there, it's just like, I got a pie. She's like, well, that's part of the job of being a mom. And I'm like, tell me more. No, they can come to our house. They don't have kids.
Also, part of the job of being a mom is recognizing unsafe scenarios and navigating those scenarios so that everybody can be happy or the child is protected, which is the first and foremost concern, right? Like, oh, that bothers me. When people tell me, well, you could just do this with your kids and you could still do it. I've thought about that. I'm doing this for a reason.
How does that affect like your dating life? Because when you start dating somebody and they have an opinion of how you're raising your kids, that gets really tough.
I have found that in my casual dating, I don't really care, right? I probably care more than they do. I'll do things. I'll be like, oh, hey, this is what I did, but here's why. And I'll over explain it because I feel guilty about something, right? In my more serious dating, because and my children have a couple of circumstances that, it makes the scenario just a little bit different. I'm finding that there are sometimes insurmountable schools of thought where you have to look the person and say, this is how I need to do it. And you can do it with me that way or not.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also hard to be on the other. Is it the boss lady?
She walked in and I'm confirming it is a white sweater. She's not tripling with us today.
We were triplets.
We're not triplets. Oh, and she doesn't even have a K-Hop mask on. It's a regular mask. It's like, where does she even work?
She doesn't want to know us.
Women's Federal Penitentiary.
It's a prison mask.
What else she get in prison?
What else you get in prison?
A story for another time.
She's not
Oh
answering.
yeah. Oh
But she
yeah.
has a shaved down toothbrush in her back pocket, and she's looking at me funny with, yeah.
It's also hard when you have somebody else getting involved with your kids' stuff. Like my ex-husband and I, like when we are arguing about our kids, it's when he has other factors getting involved in our stuff. And that's hard for us too, but also they've been together. She's allowed to have an opinion. But then I'm like, no, those are my kids. Your opinion is stupid. I don't want to hear it.
I hear your opinion, but also, nope, it's me. I'm the mom. Don't care.
Yeah, last time I checked, mom here.
Oh, they call me mom? Okay.
Weird.
Oh, you're not mom 2.0?
Mhm.
Okay.
For those of you coming in and you're like, well, she's the one helping him and she's not. They don't live, she lives in another state too. My ex-husband is being a full-time single dad. He's doing all the work himself. So her opinion is not needed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't really had to cross that road yet. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to. I mean,
you're going to. When you get into a serious relationship, there is going to come a time when your ex-wife knows that that you might even be agreeing with your ex-wife.
Blogger Ashley also not wearing a K-Hop sweater.
Oh, no tripling today.
Oh, and a blue surgical mask. Not even a K-Hop mask either. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I just want to make sure that we kept the play-by-play going. Go ahead.
It's because we know thruples trigger you.
When one is left because he's not married enough and they would prefer to be in a throuple, that lasts with you for a while.
Yeah.
It has a lasting impact.
Yeah. Jennifer, from the outside looking in, I have some issues with your baby daddy anyway. I was going to private message you about it since you brought it up. There was one very obvious thing that I saw that pissed me off. But anyways, yeah, so that's difficult. So, okay, how did we even get on this subject?
Oh, because I saw a friend that had a post, and so I brought it up because I got upset that she felt so guilty about something that seemed so obvious,
Yeah, are we done doing this to mothers?
No.
Or stay-at-home dads? Aren't we done making them feel guilty about wanting some time to themselves? Stop.
No, you know what? And speaking of 20-year-old arguments, I mean, let's just go ahead and wait for the breastfeeding argument to come up again too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. She's all, you'll have to do that now. I'm curious.
I feel like that would be one of your wind down Wednesdays or one of your evening things like that.
What's that?
I feel like what you have to talk to her about would be really good for one of your evening things on your Insta.
Oh yeah, my lives are getting pretty interesting over there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we need to jump back on the air. Disney on Ice tickets we have tomorrow. Another pair for you tomorrow after 7 o'clock. Thank you, Honey's Air and Solar. And there is still that Vegas flyaway happening on the morning show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.